Click the links to get a hold of me. Tentacle, Prawn, Kurt, Gas, the Christians, Eichenwald. Why is the media so full of filthy, filthy degenerates? And if you lampoon the media, they will dox you and threaten you. The guy who made a meme of CNN and Trump wrestling, they went after him and they threatened him because he dared to go after the most protected people on earth. The media is this protected class that must never be criticized. The media is full of people like him and is rife with mental illness. It's why the media has a certain bias, a certain hatred of things. The left wing is full of degenerates. Epstein and Weinstein come to mind, but Hollywood and the media has many such examples. These are the people who support trans kids and drag queen story hours as long as it's not in their schools. Why there is so much sexual perversion with these people is a question that bears investigation. Both Toobin and Eichenwald are very public about their self-enjoyment fantasies. Which might be because it's part of a power fantasy humiliation ritual for them. And the Toobin thing, that guy, if you saw the people on the conference call that he was enjoying himself to, they were four of the ugliest women I've ever seen in my life. So credit to Toobin for being able to take the FAP challenge. He really can FAP to anything. So who is the comedian Sarah Silverman used to watch jerk off? I think it was Louis C.K. If anything, the voyeuristic perversion, that's totally harmless. Who is it hurting if you want to have Silverman watch you or watch her or whatever, as long as it's consensual? It's only the Epstein-Weinsteins who need to be, I will say, publicly punished after legal due process. Definitely not a threat. To Hollywood and the media, Muslims, Jews, Hindus are completely off limits, but it's always going to be open season on the Christians. If you said what this guy said about any other groups, you'd be kicked off Twitter. You'd be fired instantly. Twitter made him remove his death threats. But usually, if you make a death threat, they will permanently suspend you. But the rules do not apply to people on the left. There have been Twitter accounts that screenshotted examples of blue check mark or verified hate. But Twitter didn't ban the original posters. They banned the people who reported on it. The people who control social media are essentially Antifa. The rules are never going to be applied fairly, which is probably why Parler, DLive, and Bitchute are taking off. So in his own words, this is a gift from China. As most of the things like this every few years are also gifts from China because of the way they condition animals, they treat animals in their living conditions. So it's a Chinese gift that you're not hating on Hindus, Muslims, or Jews, but you're specifically hating on Christians for something that came from China. So in your own words, Kurt, masks save lives, tentacle, child, struggle, snuggle, prawn, Eichenwald. Someone, be careful. Definitely don't mention Alan Dershowitz on Epstein's Island. Shit. They wouldn't, it's been said you wouldn't trust him around your kids. I wouldn't trust him around houseplants. I'm not saying he would rape a ficus because I don't want to get sued for defamation. I have so much hate in my heart tonight. My sister, I don't, should I put this on YouTube? I don't know anymore. Because anti-maskers, yeah, there's a flu every couple of years. There's like an avian flu or a pig flu or something from, something they get from China, from close contact with animals kept in poor conditions. Every year, people die from the flu. It's horrible, and may your in-law rest in peace, but it happens every year. And there's probably fewer this year because people are so careful about washing their hands and cleaning their fingernails and not touching their face this year. Like, the ICUs are full. Someone on Twitter posted screenshots over the past 20 years of that exact headline through mainstream media, the ICUs filling up. Apparently in wintertime, they fill up every year because people get the flu and they go to the hospital. I'm not quite sure what a hospital can do for you. I mean, they can ventilate you or they can give you an IV. So I think a lot of people are using emergency rooms as free insurance, because if you don't have insurance and you're indigent, you don't have a name, you're not even a resident, you just go in the ER and don't give any information, and they have to treat you for free. So there's that. I'm definitely not giving medical advice. So 4,000 people died today. Facts, not in evidence. And here's the thing. They're making all these claims about this thing, and then you go, oh well, how many people died last year of the flu? Okay, say it was 40,000. So how many people died of the flu, not the Wu flu this year? Oh, it was 12. So that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. And that doesn't make sense. Would you like to explain those numbers? No, we would not. Just trust us. Just trust us. Okay, hey, I'm not saying not to wash your hands. Please wash your hands. Wear a mask. Do all those things. But there's some funny business going on here. If the regular flu, not the Wu flu, has disappeared and everything now is Wu flu, there's some funny business. Obviously, there's some shenanigans. I'm calling shenanigans. Get your shovels. So another tweet that got removed from the platform for violating its toss. Eichenwald wrote, "It's a moment like this that I want to find an anti-masker and beat them to death, but only the white Christian ones," right, Eichenwald? "Since they believe they have the right to kill others, they have surrendered any right to object." What is wrong with you people? These people with their violent fantasies, these are just the worst people on earth. Author later tweeted that he's not planning to kill anyone, adding, "Just as the misery descends on our family again, it's hard not to contemplate violence against those who don't care if they kill." You're a strange, strange guy, Eichenwald, and I'm being very careful with my language here, not because I fear a defamation suit, but because I'm trying to stay on YouTube for a few more months. How do people who wear masks get it? Because you effing disabled person. Isn't the Wu flu like the vector is a 0.06 micron to about 0.12 micron? Yeah, I think it is. It's a very small particle. So polyester stops that small particle? Well, no, technically not. Does N95? N95 stops most of it, but not all of it. I mean, nothing will stop all of it unless you're in a HEPA suit. But even N95, say it stops majority of it if it's a tight sealed N95. People I see are walking around are not wearing N95s. They're wearing dust masks. That if they filtered, yes, they would filter large dust particles, but they're not. Dust masks, unless you're wearing like 3 of them, are not fitting tightly. They're just blowing atmospheric gases and exhalations out the side or up through the nose vents. No one's wearing them tightly. And even then, they're not filtering submicronic particles. Okay, this is a weird thing where it mentions children. He's a very, very strange guy. I'm not saying I wouldn't trust him around a grizzly bear, because I'm not saying he would rape a grizzly bear, but he might try. Okay, people were telling me, what about the dead Cove Idiots kids? God, you're another sicko. Surely they don't deserve to suffer. The way I see it, he attacked my kids, so I'm going to kill his kids. You people are... And you're wearing a dust mask in your icon. He attacked my kid's safety when he refused to wear a mask and promotes prone ignorance. I have no F's to give about his own kids when he himself put them on his path. But sometimes it's best to just remain silent. If someone is willing to leave the children of innocence without parents, I don't care if their own kids are orphans. Reap what they sow. So, it shouldn't just be the innocent that suffer. Whoa, you are. Get help, buddy. Actually, I mean, these people are beyond help. Part of it's Trump derangement syndrome. Part of it is being above the law for so long, just being absolutely untouchables. that there's no redemption for these people. And then he went after Christians in a straw man attack. You effing Christians who preen about God saving you from COVID so you don't need masks. You are what Jesus condemns. I'm surprised you didn't catch fire when you said that word. You kill with hypocrisy. If you realize the Bible's more than hating gays. Here's the thing is, I don't think there's anything in the New Testament concerning homosexuality. The Quran and the, Talmud mention it. They say there are Orthodox Muslims and Jews who say you cannot be of the faith if you're gay, because they can point to pieces of their literature that speak out against homosexuality. But the New Testament, I've read it twice. I was on vacation in Hawaii, and the hotel had the New Testament in the desktop, and so I read it that night, or maybe it was 2 nights. I don't remember anything being about gays in the New Testament. So, I mean, I think you're throwing rocks from glass houses. I mean, you're going against Christians. Obviously, you're Jewish, and the Jews and the Muslims have this stuff about gays. And, like, you might find Christians who are against gays, but if you'd ask them to reference their source material, I think they'd be out of luck. Anyway, he's a strange one, and I wouldn't trust him around grizzly bears or houseplants. Kurt, I'm struggle snuggling your ficus, Eichenwald. Bianca, don't sue me for defamation. Fights the zombies. Defamations are defamatory statements of facts. Everything I said is just parody. I'm just kidding. I'm sure he wouldn't rape the ficus. All right, guys, like, comment, subscribe. I will see you all next episode, but I'll probably be on Bitchute before too long.